Hello students, today we are going to see the topic productivity measurements. I am Professor Kalidas to handle the lecture for you. So what is meant by productivity? We have seen it already. It is the ratio of output to the input. It means the output may be the number of products or it may be a monetary value, anything. The input is the resources that we are going to use. So ultimately, for whatever may be the resources that we use, we have to need an output. So what are the types of productivity measures that can use? So you are going to measure the productivity, whether it is good or not. So number one, since we are talking about the resources, we are going to categorize these productivity measures in terms of resources. First one is labor productivity. How many labors that you are going to use as an input to get the required output. This required output, again, I'm going to keep it as constant as money, or it is the number of products. This labor includes everybody, including the direct and indirect labors, managers, those who transport the machineries, office people, everybody. Number two, direct labor cost productivity. It means I'm going to pay some amount to the labor for doing that particular product. Is the amount given to them, or is the wages given to them, is sufficient to get my required output or not? So if my cost or salary given to the labor is more than the number of products produced, ultimately my productivity is going to be low. Third one, it is the capital productivity. In order to establish my industry, I'm going to have some investment. That is called as the capital investment of the industry. Does my investment has been returned back after a particular period of time or not? That is my capital productivity. If I'm not going to get any returns, then the productivity is going to be less. Direct cost productivity. There are some direct costs like purchasing of raw materials, purchasing of tools, purchasing of material handling equipments. These all indicates direct cost. Does my investment fulfills the output? Again, it is the direct cost productivity. Energy productivity. For operating of the machines, I need some power. If I am using some power, again it incurs some cost. Does my energy given to the machines has given the required output or not? If I am switching on the machine for 5 hours continuously, and suppose if that machine runs for 5 hours continuously, it can produce 50 components. If it produces, then my productivity is 100%. If not, again I will be getting the low productivity. So the power plays a component here. Raw materials productivity. Is there any wastage of my raw materials in order to get my final product or not? Obviously, we cannot use 100% of the raw material. Obviously, there will be some losses, but still, most of the raw material should be used effectively to get my final product. That is nothing but my raw material productivity. So what are the components in a productivity measurement system? Number one, a statement of objectives of the organization. What for this organization is running for? Is it for the profit? Is it for the prestige? Is it for the service? Etc. The list of units of output of the organization, whether it is in terms of tons, whether it is in terms of kgs, whether it is in terms of numbers. Say, for example, a car manufacturing can be defined only in terms of numbers. The metal pieces can be indicated in terms of kgs, like that. Then third, standard cost, time, material, equipment, tool required for each kind of output. To get my output, is there a standard procedure or not? A method of building a zero base budget. It means the budget that I have should fulfill my requirements currently. It should not be overloaded. Suddenly, missions should not fail. Suddenly, the labor should not go. So I should have a system such that I should have the budget as zero base. If I have 100 rupees, I'm going to spend 100 rupees. If I have planned for 200 rupees, I'm going to spend you 200 rupees alone. Then, means of computing the productivity indices at intervals of time. So it has to be measured. So what is the procedure of measuring that productivity at various intervals of time? In the early morning, if you check the labor's productivity, obviously it will be high. In the afternoon session, again due to fatigue, his productivity be reduced. So at any interval of time, the productivity indices has to be measured. Means of computing my forecast outputs with actual output. I should know the market situation, what I need for the next month or next day. I should produce accordingly so that my finished products will not be stagnated as inventory in my base. Means of adding resource usage data and associated productivity indices. Every resource has to be used and the data for monitoring that particular usage has to be, that facility has to be there, so that what happens with the productivity indices can be measured. So these are the various components. So what is the information requirement? So as for the informations are required, first the product identification information. So how I am going to identify that particular product and how I am going to use my resources to identify the product in a better way. It may be in terms of color, it may be in terms of batch size, it may be in terms of batch numbers, anything. So a particular batch of product has to be manufactured and it is been identified with a number. So if there is any issue, I can identify that particular number as the drawback batch and I can rework on that. So this is a information required in a productivity. Number two, accounting information. For any process or any work that I do, I should have an accounting system. Either I can record my time, either I can record my wages, either I can record my performance, either I can record my incentives. The associated amount of whatever the resources do, it is nothing but the accounting information. Then work measurement information. The machine or the labor, how much time it is going to work, how much effort that the labor can put. All this influences the productivity. If you doesn't have that information, obviously you doesn't know what is the performance of that particular machine or the labor. So these are the information requirements. So in this lecture, we have seen what are the types of productivity measures and its components, then informations required for productivity measurement.